Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to another session this Monday. It's very cold here in Pretoria, and I hope wherever you are, you are well. Hi, Martha. I'm looking forward to your session very much. So without further ado, I want to welcome all our guests and all our distributors who are on this session this evening. This is a really special session for us to present the business idea, but to also give somebody a chance to share her testimony, which she was the other day, she made a very big step in the business, and she has made a bigger step the last month. So without further ado, I want to share the screen with you and give you an idea of what we do in our business. Our business is a very simple idea, and it's a business that anybody who has the courage to go after their dreams will be successful. My name is Pascal Oloo. I'm a civil engineer by training. I'm a Kenyan, but Betty and I have been living in South Africa for the last 28 years. And the reason why Betty and I left Kenya to come to South Africa is simply to look for a better life. We wanted to have a better life for ourselves and for our children. You know, if you're a civil engineer or somebody in the technical field, the largest employer in any country is the government. And when the government stops investing in infrastructure projects, people who have got engineering training have got a challenge because now there's little or no work. So Betty and I came to South Africa to look for a better life. I got employed in a consulting firm. And I believe what my father said about going to school, getting a good education. The more education you have, the more money you're going to earn. So when we arrived here and enrolled to do a postgraduate course at the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg, but after I finished 2 years later, after spending another $4,000, there was not a single increase in my income. That really frustrated me. And it's around that time that Betty, a friend of Betty, called her and asked her if she'd like to start a business that she can do or work from home, and requires commitment only. Training you will get to grow a business. Betty said she has never run a business before, but our sponsor assured us that you're going to be taught how to build this business. The other thing that helped us is that we were broke. Betty couldn't get a job as a science teacher. And around that time that we were shown the business, she went for the business presentation. I stayed at home to look after the children. But when she came back, I could see she was excited about the idea, because the speaker at that event or that presentation was a very dear friend of ours called Hansi Cronje. They were in a very similar situation to us. They had a child who had needed full attention of a parent with a chronic condition called cerebral palsy. And as he was talking, Betty felt that this guy must know how our life is. And it took us 2 days to make a decision. And after we decided, they came to our house, they showed us the idea, and they showed us the circles. And being mathematical in my thought process, I quickly worked out, if I did this business the way they are saying, in 1 year's time, I would be earning more than my salary. And that was enough for me. For 3 days, I didn't sleep because it took us 2 days to decide to get into the business. So if you're a guest, just pay attention. The mission of our company is very simple: to make the world a healthier and a happier place. But that has to start with you, because it doesn't make sense for everybody else to be healthier and happier, but you are not. It won't make much difference to you. So Betty and I started the business. I remember our first check was $3, and I was very excited about that check, because that check proved to me that what we were being told in the meeting is true. But after 7 months of doing the business part-time, I equaled my salary. Our income reached $1,000. That's when I decided to really pay attention to the business. So the first 3 years, Betty and I worked extremely hard. We used to drive almost 5,000 or 6,000 kilometers every month, going to different areas, doing training, showing the business to people. After 3 years, the income of the business was 3 times my salary, and I fired my boss. So if you're a guest, just pay attention. Now, let me go to the 4 ways that people use to generate income. The first is called a job. A job is when you work for somebody. After 30 days, they pay you a salary, or after 15 days, depending on your agreement or your arrangement. A job is good because at least it gives you money to put food on the table. The challenge with a job is when your employer has found more efficient ways to do the business or to conduct his affairs, they can easily lay you off. I mean, I've had many people, they go to the office and they receive a letter and say your services are no longer required. Secondly, the other challenge with the job situation, there's a lot of backstabbing. Everybody wants to get ahead at the cost of somebody else in the employment. But a big challenge with employment is this. Because of advance in technology, artificial intelligence, employers have found much more efficient ways to run their business with less people. And that means it's quite easy to lose your job to a machine. I mean, think about my profession in civil engineering. Sometimes they design, the development of documents, drawings is done electronically from a remote place. It's quite easy to lose your job with technology. The second way that people use to generate income is self-employment. This is when you get you borrow money, either your life savings or you mortgage your house or whatever it is you do, you get capital to start your own business. Self-employment has advantages because you're your own boss. But after about 5 or 6 months, you quickly realize that you're not your own boss, but your business is your boss. Why? Because if you're not there, your business doesn't grow. I came across a guy who borrowed a lot of money to start a restaurant, and he was very excited. And he worked after 5 or 6 months. One day he said, I thought that I started my own business, but it looks like the business owns me because I'm there at 6 o'clock in the morning and I leave at 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening, every day, day in, day out. If I am not there, I have to get somebody who I trust and somebody who knows how I conduct my business for the business to grow. I quickly realized that the business owns me. A very simple test to know whether you own a business or not: go away from the business for 60 days. If the business collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way that people use to generate income are big businesses. These are people who invest huge capital. They employ a lot of people to conduct the business on their behalf. An example is ShopRite Checkers. Is a retail chain started in South Africa, but it works in a lot of African countries. The last time I checked, they had 1,847 outlets around the African continent and employing 147,000 people. Now, you and I don't have that kind of money to invest in big business. The fourth way that people use to generate income is investment. Investment is when you have money which is over and above what you need for your daily living, and you invest in something that gives you a return on your investment. But you need 2 things, apart from the additional cash. You need knowledge and you need the skill of investing. So what most people do, they get somebody who is a professional in investing to invest on their behalf. Of course, there are other ways that people use to generate income. These are specialized professions like musicians, professional sports people, athletes, writers, or people who do something that keeps earning them an income. But the question is there a business that is available to the ordinary person on the street? Somebody who does not have a lot of money or any pedigree of experience in running a business. I think it needs to have the following criteria as an ideal business for building wealth. Number 1, you need very low capital to start. In our business, you need between $60 and $100 to start a global business. And that is very exciting to me because with that kind of investment and hard work, you can have your business growing in more than 2 or 3 or even 8 countries around the world. The second criteria is you need to get involved in distribution. Why? Because distribution is where wealth is created. In the between 1980 and 1990, if you analyze the cost of a product when it arrives at the customer's door, 50% of the cost of that product goes to distribution cost, 50% to the manufacturing cost. But because of the advent of technology and artificial intelligence and automation in the 90s and the 2000s, the cost of the product, 20% would go to the manufacturing cost and 80% to the distribution cost. That tells you there's a lot of wealth or money to be made in the distribution process. The third element is that you need to have a global reach. That is, you need to be able to serve a lot of people with your product or your service. Our company does business in 50 countries. In Africa, we do business in 14 countries, covering a population base of 450 million people. I mean, one of the countries we do business is Nigeria, which is 220 people. In East Africa, I think the population is about 150, 160 million people. Southern Africa, another 100 and something. Just South Africa alone is 55 million. Then you have Lesotho, Botswana, Swaziland, all those countries. So our company has a global reach. The fourth element is you need leverage. In fact, leverage is one of the secrets of very successful people. What is leverage? Leverage is when you find a way to multiply your time and your effort and to increase the reach that you get to your customers. The banks know this, that's why they open branches. The retail shop knows this, that's why they open different retail stores. Okay? Service or petrol stations know this, that's why they open a chain of petrol stations. Leverage simply means you find a way to cooperate with other people and you multiply your penetration, or you multiply the number of hours your business works. The fifth element is you need consumable, high-quality products. Why? Because they have a repeat sale. You see, a tie or a shirt or a jacket is not consumable. You buy one and maybe after 2-3 years is when you buy another one. But soap, you buy soap every single month. And when you buy it, you use it. When it is finished, you go and buy some more. It has a repeat sale. Then you need a business system. A business system is a series of procedures, tools, equipment that you put in place so that your business runs with or without you. The most successful enterprises around the world have got very clear and efficient systems that runs their business in the absence of the owner of the business. That's why people who own businesses play golf on Tuesday afternoon or Thursday morning. Why? Because they have business systems that replaces them at the place of work. And then timing. Timing is a very important element in our business, because if you start the business too early, it takes really a lot of effort to capture part of the market. If you start it too late, the market is already saturated. Timing is a very key element. And I think at this time of the world's economy, our timing is to the point. Why? Number one, people have, because of the COVID-19, people have realized the very important thing about good nutrition. A lot of the occupational illnesses as a result of poor eating habits and poor lifestyle, which can be corrected using nutrition. Okay, so what is network marketing? What is this business that you're talking about? Network marketing is a very efficient method of distribution of goods and services. In traditional business, a manufacturer takes a product from its manufacturing place to the consumer through different middlemen. You call it middlemen, people who keep adding to the cost of the product, but they don't add any value to the product. For example, around 2010 or 2011, I went to Lusaka, Zambia to do a presentation. And one of the guests in the meeting was a lady who was working with the beverage company. And 330 mils of that beverage in the factory would cost 600 kwacha. By the time it ends in the supermarket, it would be 600 kwacha. When it ends in the supermarket, it would be 3,600 kwacha. Why? Because between the manufacturer and the consumer, there are several middlemen who kept adding to the cost of the product, including the profit for each person in the chain. Advertising, retailers, wholesalers, you allow something for breakages, you allow something for theft, all the legal people, accountants, everybody who keep adding to the cost of the product, and who pays for it? It's a customer. So what we do in our business is we cut out the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer, and this money is what is available to pay distributors like myself or Martha, because we are actually the ones taking the product from the manufacturer to the consumer. So we don't have wholesalers or retailers. Products are explained to the customers in person, so they make a very good educated decision when they're buying their products. We are paid when we successfully refer a customer to buy the products. A very unique thing about our business is, although you're in business for yourselves, but you're not by yourself. Why? Because the company you're partnering with has already done research, has developed the products, has taken raw materials, have packaged the products, have done quality control, have put the products in different markets, have registered the products in different markets, so that the legal requirement in each country is not your problem. The company has done that on your behalf. So the company has built infrastructure in all these 50 countries. Your only job is to create a market where these products are used. There are no qualifications required in our business except 3 things. 1, you need a desire to succeed. Number 2, teachability. And number 3, hard work. If you have got these 3 things going for you, you're going to be very successful. And this business was a result of the dream of one man, Jerry Brasfield. When Jerry Brasfield was a teenager, he had very, very serious asthma, and his mother gave him some natural remedies, and his health really improved, and he became much better. And he said, I think there's something unique about using natural products which come from the human food chain to improve our health. That's how Neolife was born, 1958. Neolife has survived all these years because we believe in some basic principles. Number 1 is called absolute honesty and integrity. Corporate principles. It's very important that we maintain absolute honesty and integrity in our business, the way we deal with people, the way we deal with our customers, the public, the distributors, staff members. We deal with everybody with integrity and honesty. Number 2, the most important resource is people. Why? Because these products are for people. People like myself, people like Jerry Brasfield himself, people like the CEO, everybody who uses the products. These are the number one element in our business. The third element is products that work. Why is that important? Because the nature of our industry is such that if your products are mediocre, customers have no reason to come and buy from you. So Neolife created what is called the Scientific Advisory Board, a group of top scientists in the world whose job is just to research and develop high-quality products. And as a result of that, a number of our products have been the world first in their category. For example, our carotenoid complex was given a patent because of the unique nature with which it was developed. The only product that can boost the human immune system by as much as 37% within 20 days. So the company put together these scientists to make sure that our products are top quality. Then equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody who starts a business starts at the same level, man or woman, old or young, whatever career or level or color of skin, wherever you are, everybody starts at exactly the same level. And your growth depends on how hard you work and how many people you help become successful. And the last element is you need to have a long-range vision. This is a long-range business if you want a long-term success. Betty and I have been in this for 27 years now. Charlie Bolton has been in the business for 45 years. So you need to have a very long-term view if you want success in the long term. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA, came to South Africa in 1971, East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania in 1996-97. The year 2000 went to West Africa. If you're a guest, the business has come to your doorstep today. Now, why do people start this business? People start this business for so many different reasons. Some start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to build homes. Some start the business because they want to take care of their parents as they age. Some start the business because they're just tired and sick of their jobs. Some start the business because they want to buy better cars, to have holiday homes, to make money. Let me say something about making money. Money is not wealth. Money is a measure of wealth, a store of wealth, and a means for exchanging goods and services. That is what money is. And we need to know how to make money. In fact, we need to know three things about money: how to make the money, how to keep it, and how to make it grow. That means you need leverage systems to grow your money even when you're not working. Okay? Some people start the business because they want to be physically fit. So people start the business for so many different reasons. If you're a guest, think about the reason you're going to start the money. That is what will be a driving force to become successful in the business. So you're going to partner with a company which is operating over 50 countries and has experience of more than 60 years. Is supported by the Scientific Advisory Board, a group of top scientists across the globe who help in the research and development of the products. And we have four ranges of products. The first one is called the Golden Home Care range. The Golden Home Care range are things for cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilet, the tiles, the carpets, anything in your home that you need for cleaning. We've got the products for you. The next one is the personal care range of products, things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third range is the skincare organics. Why is this important? Because the largest organ in your body is your skin. It's the first line of defense that protects your body. In fact, if you want to know somebody's health status, just look at how their skin looks like. And the last range is the health supplements. These are very important because in fact, it constitutes about 60% of our total business volume. Why? Because your greatest wealth is your health. How does this business work? This business works when you do what we call 3 daily success habits. That is, 3 things you do on a daily basis to grow your business. The first, using the products. Using the products, you simply change your buying habits. If you're a guest, whether you join this business or not, at the end of this month, you're going to buy something. You're going to buy some soap, you're going to buy some skincare products, you're going to buy something to use in your home. So what we recommend is simply start the business, change your buying habits. Instead of supporting somebody else, you're supporting your own business. The other reason why you need to use the products is because the people you speak to want to know that you also believe and use the products. Okay? Now, because Neolife operates in more than 50 countries, the company designed what is called the point value system, PV. 100 points is roughly $160 in value. The next thing you do in our business is you share the business opportunity. That simply means you introduce other people to be product users. Let me say you introduce 6 people, excuse me, who use 100 PV. They also use 100 PV. You will have generated a 700 PV unit, and your income is about $45 a month. You become a manager. The next step is you teach the people you brought into the business also to introduce others as users and promoters of the products. If the person on the top right corner introduces 2 and the other 2 introduce 2, they'll have generated a 700 PV unit, plus the other 6 gives you 1,300. You become a senior manager. Your income is about $90 a month. That is just the beginning. So you begin to teach all these people you brought into the business to do what you do. Eventually, the 6 people will do 700 PV. Each times 6 is 4,002 plus your own 100 is 4,300. You become a director. Your income is about $580 to $700 a month. Okay. Not everybody that you speak to will become a distributor or a promoter of the products. Some people will tell me, Pascal, I just want to use the products. These people become your customers, and because they're not registered, you'll make a net profit from them of 20%. The third thing you do in our business is personal development. This simply means you take time to learn about the products through the business training system, support personal development material, you attend seminars, you attend conventions, you have the weekly training, you have CDs, you read books, so that you can become a better business person, knowing what the products do, knowing how to build a team of people who use and promote the products. If you want to earn more money, just like Martha has done, Martha, if you help one more person become a director, you become a Sapphire Director, and your income is $1,000 plus. If you help 3 people become directors, your income is $2,000 plus. If you help 6 people become directors, your income goes way above $5,000 plus. At this juncture, I want to invite our brand new Sapphire Director from Nairobi to share with us. I remember, Martha, you were in this presentation, I think a month or 2 ago, as an Emerald Director. And within a very short time, you have shot to a Sapphire. Congratulations. So I want to hand over back to you to share with us your wonderful story.
Wow, thank you so much, Pascal. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Martha Njanja, and I'm very excited to be here today. I thank God for that. I'm a counselor by profession, and I've just made my step to fully qualified Sapphire Director. And I thank God for that. And I also thank God for my team. This is a team effort. It is not by God for my team. They have really worked hard. We have really worked together. And I believe if I have done it, anyone can do it. Yeah, for me, I've been in this business for the last 7 years. And I'm very grateful to God because I decided to say yes. First, why did I decide to join business? I remember I started the business when I was very young. And I had decided to do business because of a few things. One, because when I was growing up, my dad was employed. He had a very good job. But one time he lost his job and our lives changed a lot. I remember we used to have a very good life. We used to go to good schools. We used to have a comfortable life. But when he lost his job, our life changed a lot. Actually, one person said, you realize you are poor when you see people who are rich. So that's when I realized we were poor because before we had a good life, we had a comfortable life. Everything was okay. But when he lost his job, we had to change schools. Our lifestyle totally changed. And that was not a really good thing because we really struggled. You can imagine raising 5 children in Nairobi without a stable job, it was tough. So for me, I had very big dreams when I was growing up. But when he lost his job, I realized my dreams I can never achieve in the job industry because if someone can really say one day and decide one day I will not work again, it will affect my children, it will affect everything around me. So I had issues with job. Though I went to school, I studied very, very hard. I finished school, I went to counseling course, I did my course, but I was looking for something different. I actually did counseling to help people, not even to get a job. And I started doing research. What can I do for me to have a better life? I remember I came across a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It talks about two dads, one who is very rich and one who is not really rich. He's struggling with life. So, and I realized, and the poor dad had only, he was working and he didn't have a good life. And the other dad was rich, he had a comfortable life. So I realized for me to achieve my dreams that I had dreamt when I was a little girl, I had to change my perception. I have to build businesses. I have to build networks. But now the issue was which business? You know, I've come to realize very many people in life want to build businesses. They want to, even the working class, they are looking for businesses. That's why you see in town, businesses are being opened left, right, and center. But you realize within few years, they close up the business. Because one, you don't have a mentor, you don't have someone to guide you, you really don't have a way to do it. So for me, I was in that quagmire. I didn't know which business to do. So I was just looking, but I remember one day, my dad came with the opportunity home. He was so excited. He had just started the business. And in a few months, he had done the business and started traveling. I got interested. I was like, I think this is the business that I want. So because they had started traveling, I remember their first trip, they went to South Africa. The other trip, they went to Dubai. My goodness. Yani, my mom was going to Dubai. She was very excited. I said, why not me? If they can do it, why not me? So I decided to start the business. I remember I joined the business very excited. I started building my business and I decided I would do this business. If they have traveled, I think I'm in a better position to do so. So I started my business and I remember the first month I became a manager. I was very excited. I got a check of 600 Kenya shillings. That is around $5 with the dollar now. So $5.5. So I was so excited. And because that check really meant so much to me. One, I had never received a check with my name. Remember, I was just from school. I was so excited. Then I continued building my business. But I remember when I took that check home, I went and showed my brother. I told him the business that I'd started a month ago, I've just been given a check of 600 Kenya shillings. And he was like, my goodness, you should leave that business. It is not for you. In most cases in our lives, our dreams are killed by those people who are close to us. There are people who will tell us we can't do it. There are people who will tell us it is not possible. But I did not listen to him. I continue building my business because I thank God I had attended training and I had been taught how to build my business. And I had been told for me to grow my business, I have to grow an organization. So I continued building my business, learning the basics every day. I became a student. I thank God I met great mentors, our PT Josephat and Pieros, Dr. Josephat and Pieros. I thank God because of them, because they really were patient with me. Remember, I had not done business before. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was so green in business, but they were really patient with me, showing me the business. I was doing mistakes every day, every now and then, and they were so patient. I thank God because of them. They really held my hand to show me the business and to show me you cannot be able to give up. You have to do this business. I remember them telling us you have to attend training. Come and train and let us show you the business. And I thank God I was very teachable. I continued doing my business, attending training. I was very teachable. So I remember within 4 months, I became a director. Can you imagine, guys? The check was 48,000 Kenya shillings. My God, I was so excited. That is roughly about that $50, if I'm not wrong. I was so excited because I had seen money now. My God, I was so excited. And on top of it, I was taken to Intercontinental Hotel. That was the cream of everything. Remember, this is a young girl who didn't know so much, and now she has started getting money. She has started enjoying lifestyle. I was so excited. From there, I decided I will build this business no matter the matter. I will have to learn. So I built my business. Within the 7 years, I have grown as a person. I have grown so much. I thank God. I could not even talk to people. I remember when I started the business, I could not even talk in front of people. I had public phobia. I could not. How could I? Some of these things, especially in the 844 system, we were not taught these things in school. So I thank God this business has given me that. I usually say I am a better woman because of this business. Within the 7 years I've built my business, I've been able to build businesses even not only in Kenya. I have businesses in different parts of the world, and I thank God for that. And then I've been able to grow as a person. I'm a better woman. My God, I'm a better woman. One, because I'm able to gain my own money. There is nothing important as a woman if you have your own money. You can be able to sort out your issues. And I usually tell women, it is very important for you to have your own money, because even you can help around the house. You can maybe even, like for me, I usually say I'm an independent lady because I'm even able to take care of our siblings. They are actually, now they are going back to school. My sister is going back to school. I was doing her shopping today. If you don't have money, how will you do that? Such money, you are going to be comfortable. You can be able to make decisions of your life when you have money. I've been able to make money. Imagine earning over 100,000 plus, courtesy of this business. How on earth, who could ever have paid me such kind of money? I thank God for that. I'm able to save for my future. I've enjoyed lifestyle in this business. I remember the first lifestyle I went to Intercon. I've gone to Sarova. I've gone to Ole Sereni. My goodness. If you have never gone to Ole Sereni and you're in Nairobi, please make a point of going there. I was so excited. You just go at the rooftop. You take pictures. This side, we have the national park, seeing the animals. And this side, you have Nairobi. My God, Pascal, I know you have ever been there. That is a wonderful hotel. I've been able to go there to dine. You dine with the best people in the world. I've been able to go to Windsor Golf and Country Club. My goodness, for 4 days and 3 nights. Going there, playing golf with leaders, people who are influencing your life. I thank God. If it was not for New Life, how on earth could I ever go to Windsor? You are being paid, fully paid, you enjoy. When I was there, I was asking myself, how could I even ever afford to go to Windsor? But I thank God. New Life has made it happen to me. I've gone to Tanzania. I travel international. I've gone to Tanzania. How could I ever go to Tanzania if it was not for New Life? I thank God. I usually say I'm a better person because of New Life. And New Life has given me a lot, because I remember when around 4 years ago, my dad got stroke. He just fell. He was okay, and he just fell, and he was hit in the head, and he got a clot in the brain. So you can imagine, this is actually in a span of 1 hour. He was just home. 1 hour later, we were just called that your dad has just fallen down and he's sick. So we went and took him, and we realized he had stroke. And I remember we took him to hospital, and it was not easy for us, because he couldn't. You can imagine someone you were talking to 1 hour earlier. Someone, now he's coming, he's been brought. He cannot talk, he cannot walk, he cannot even be able to communicate. He he cannot even know you. It was so bad, but I thank God because, okay, we have a medic in the family. My sister, she took him to the hospital, and he was able to get first aid, and he went on. The next day he got treated, but the doctors told us he has stroke now. So there is nothing they could do about it. They can only give him drugs and go through physiotherapy. But I thank God I knew Neolife, because when he was brought home, for me, I went and took the Neolife products. I gave him the products religiously. And when my sister was giving him jabs and medicine to help the clot emulsify, for me, I was giving him Neolife products. Can you imagine? Within 1 month, when my dad was going to the next clinic, at least he could support himself with a walking stick. 1 year down the line, my dad was able to go back and start playing keyboard. How many people who get stroke are able to recover within a span of 1 year? I usually thank God because Neolife has done a lot to me. It has helped me. It has given me money. It has given me lifestyle. My God, the best lifestyle, a world-class lifestyle. It has given me the health of my dad. Neolife has given me so much. And this is a family. I thank God for my leaders, because within the 7 years, I've been able to build a very huge business. But of course, sometimes in life, you get challenges. I remember a few years ago, I had lost everything. I had lost my family. I had lost my partner, even in business. And it was a very difficult period of my life. But I thank God I had the Neolife family. Because I remember that time, it was a very dark time for me. I really even didn't know I could even continue with the business. But I thank God. I usually say, I thank our PT, Josephat, and Pieros, because I remember during that time, it was a very difficult period. And I remember PT came to see me, because you can imagine losing your partner even in business. It was very difficult for me. And I thank God he came. He came and told me a story. He came and told me a story of someone who had lost everything, and he was able to rebuild. And let me tell you, I usually say, PT Josephat did a great deal for my life, because when he came, he showed me there is life again. There is life again after loss. And that is the time of my life I decided I have to do this business, because it was very difficult for me. And I just decided to share that story today, because I remember I shared that story in Ole Sereni, and it helped someone. So for that period of my life, it was very, very difficult. And when he came, he told me it is possible. You should not dwell it. You have lost a very great deal in your life, but you have to rebuild yourself. You have to become that young man who had lost everything, and he was able to rebuild his life again. And that is the time I decided I will be able to rebuild my life again, despite everything. That's why I usually say, Neolife, I have a family. Because that period of my life was very difficult. I mean, it was even sometimes, even going through that period, actually I was going into depression. But I thank God, PT Josephat was there for me. When he came and told me I could be able to rebuild my business again, I could be able to do business, because Neolife is a family. We don't leave you because you have a problem. We will be able to help you again. And I remember I decided to do my business. And since that time, I usually thank him a lot, because he came through for me. He came through for me when my life was very difficult, but he came and told me there is hope. So I'm going to be the PT Josephat in your life now. I'm going to tell you it is possible. I don't know what you're going through in your life now. Maybe you are saying, I cannot do the business because maybe I don't have money, maybe because I've lost so much in life, maybe because I cannot, sometimes in life we can say we cannot do something because of very many things. But remember, God gave us life and it is possible. If I usually say, if you are alive today, it is possible for you to do anything in your life. So I'm going to be the Josephat in your life, telling you that it is possible. You can rise from the ashes and become someone. And I thank God for that. So I'm going to tell you, don't limit yourself. Build something. Sometimes we are what we believe we are. If you believe you can't, you can't. If you believe you can do the business. And the way you start, don't talk of starting. Start the business right away and do it because it is possible. And the way the fastest change, the fastest way to change yourself is to hang out with the people who are already the way you want to be. Come here as a New Life family. We are a family. We will support you and we will help you. We will grow and become a better person. For me, I came in this business. I was very naive. I didn't know so much, but I was showed how to build the business. I was showed how to grow a business. And I thank God you will get great leaders who will show you the way. In life out here, not very many people will show you how to do business. Not very many people will show you how to grow as a person. But when you come to our New Life family, we will hold your hands and show you the way. We usually say, I've learned so much, but one thing I've learned in this business is your attitude. Your attitude is everything. Actually, I will relate attitude like for a lion. A lion is the king of the jungle, but it is not the tallest, it is not the heaviest, it is not the wisest, it is not the tallest, it is not the biggest, but it is the king of the jungle. Why? Because of its attitude. When you come and build this business, we will help you even to fine-tune your attitude. You have a positive attitude, and you are going to build a huge business and grow your business. So for every new person in the call, this is the bit to do, my friends. I came here, I built my business, I've gone through so much, but I am still here building a huge business because we are not only business builders, we are a family that will help you to build a business. It is possible, and let us meet in the beaches of the world. Thank you so much, Pascal, for giving me this opportunity to share my story.
Thank you very much, Martha. I mean, the last time I heard you speak, I think you've moved it 2 more notches ahead. So thank you so much for your testimony. Really appreciate it. You see, that's the beauty of our business, that somebody's life has changed because of your involvement in this business. Thank you so much. And Josephat and Pierrot, thank you for the guidance you've given to Martha. I know they're the apple of your eye, and so is the rest of your team. So we really appreciate you doing the business. So one of the things that our company has done is to take advantage of technology so that people can grow the business more efficiently. For example, if you want to order products, you can order products online. I remember when there was a lockdown, the COVID lockdown in South Africa started on the 26th of March, 2020. And for 5 months, we did not step out of the house, but our business grew by about 30%, 30% because we would order the products online. If you want to register new distributors, you do it online. Our company was categorized as an essential health company because of the product that would help with the COVID situation. When you start the business, the company creates for you your own back office. That is a personalized website where you can monitor and manage your business. Training is done locally and internationally by online means. For example, I've seen some of our colleagues from Nigeria attending this meeting, Southern Africa, Botswana, people from Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya. So through the online services, you can build a business in all the 50 markets around the world. Deliver your products, any market the company does business, they contract local courier companies to deliver products to our customers. Payment is done for products is done by online or mobile transfer. If you have mobile money in the country where you do business, payment of bonuses and commissions is done by EFT and mobile money. So all this the company does take advantage of technology on your behalf. One of the things that Martha mentioned about is traveling and conventions. This was the East African Convention in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania in August last year. That is the same meeting. In Southern Africa, we met in Pretoria for all the Southern African countries. If you're a guest, how do you get started? Get back to the person who invited you. They'll give you an application form. You fill the form, you pay your initial registration amount, which in South Africa is between 830 and 2,810. In Kenya is between 8,000 and 10,000 shillings. In Nigeria is 24,500 or 31,500 naira. In Tanzania is 153 or 190,000 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda is 225,000 or 273,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA is $75. Togo is 43,500 or 58,500 francs CFA. Italy is 64 euros. Ghana is 493 or 787 Ghanaian cedis. In Cameroon is 56,000 or 68,000 francs CFA. So this is what you need as an initial investment to invest in your business. Now, if you're a guest, if you're a distributor, if you've been long in the business or just starting the business, every human being has these 6 basic needs. The first, the need for self-preservation, your health or your physical well-being. Number 2, the need for procreation and protection of the family. Number 3, a search for God or meaning. Everybody always searches for meaning. Number 4, the quest for financial freedom, because if you're financially free, you can do what you choose. Number 5, the desire to achieve goals and dreams. And number 6, the longing for immortality. The thing you need to ask yourself is this: of all the activities you get involved in, either a business or your job, or whatever it is, which of them would be able to satisfy all these basic human needs? Because whatever you're doing today, where will you be in 5 years' time? If you've been working for 5 or 10 years now, or even 15 years, if you don't have an additional $1,000, $2,000 or $3,000 cash in the bank somewhere, you're in trouble. It means you need to do something to change where your life is going. Remember, success always begins with a decision. You can't decide, you cannot succeed unless you make a decision. Yes, this is what I want to do. Once you've done that, the next thing is you need to know what you want. What is your dream? What is it that drives you to do things? Number 2, you need to find out what you need to do. You need to be teachable. What you need to know and what you need to do. Number 3, hard work. Just sheer disciplined hard work, talking to people. Our business follows 3 very simple laws. Number 1, the law of sowing and reaping. You need to talk to people. Number 2, the law of delayed gratification. That means if you plant something now, you don't harvest it now. You need a whole growing season. And number 3, the law of increasing return. That means if you plant one seed, you don't get back one seed. Otherwise, why are you planting it? Betty and I started just the 2 of us those many years ago. Sometime last year, I checked the number of people who joined our team since we began. There are more than 42,000 people. The 4th thing you need is faith in yourself, your sponsor, and in the company. If you have these things going for you, nothing will stop you from becoming successful. The next step is get back together with the person who invited you. They will guide you and show you how to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a guest, today is the first day of the rest of your life. what are you going to do with it? Thank you. Good night and God bless. Martha, thank you for your testimony.
Night.
Good night.
Night.